Imagine you're a French pastry chef in Mexico during the first half of the 19th century. Now, because you're just a normal guy, we don't have any pictures, so we'll just have to use what I consider to be a French-Mexican pastry chef. There we go, that's an hell of a baguette. You see, early independent Mexico was a bit of a rough place to live, with rioters and looters on the streets, and Mr. Remontel would find this happening once.
Give me your f***ing baguette, or I'll shoot you!
Naturally, Mr. Remontel was not too keen on getting his shop looted, so he tried to ask for compensation to the Mexican government, but this kept happening. Hey, you know how it's your job to protect your citizens? Yes, we know. And you understand how I lost my pastry because of rioters? Yep, we see the issue. So I suppose I'm entitled to compensation? We don't think so. Anyway, nice to see you. And so, he protested to his own government. The French one. France had already received similar reports from the 1828 lootings at Parian, and in 1937 this was the last water drop. Do what you want cause a pirate is free, you are a pirate, yarr! So you just admitted to piracy? Oh no, it wasn't! French King Louis-Philippe was furious, demanding an enormous sum of 600,000 pesos as reparations. But this was the part where we can see the similarities between the normal folk alike and the king. They both failed to get payments from the Mexicans. Hey, you know it's your job to protect your citizens? Yes, we know. And you understand how French immigrants lost their shops because of rioters? And where was that old piracy stuff? Yep, we see the issue. So I suppose we're entitled to compensation. We don't think so. Anyway, nice to see you. Not so fast. You're not going anywhere. What you gonna do about it? We invade. You see, France was having none of that. They wanted reparations and they were coming to get them. So King Louis-Philippe dispatched the fleet with 3,000 men under the command of Admiral Charles Baudin to blockade Mexican ports in the Gulf in order to starve their economy, forcing them to the negotiation table. The fleet approached Veracruz, protected by the fort of San Juan de Ulua. Surrender or die. Actually, we were thinking you were the ones to surrender. Outrageous! How can you think you'll sustain the might of the French nation? Dude, we have a huge fort, you won't even come close. But we have the new artillery DLC. Dude, don't you think you should have paid him? Nope. But he just took our fort. Yeah, I know. Should we surrender now? Never. Call in Santana. And he also sent General Mariano Arista. As soon as their army arrived in Veracruz, all the French forces retreated to the fort. Hey, we got some bad news. The Mexicans showed up, they kicked us out of the city, and are now preparing to besiege us. That's okay, we'll strike them first. So Baudin ordered a raid on the city, with 2 columns set to capture or destroy Mexican cannons, and a 3rd column with the goal to capture General Santa Anna. The first 2 columns had total surprise and were able to achieve their goals, with the 3rd, under the command of François d'Orléans, the son of the king, heading towards the barracks. Sadly, they didn't get Santa Anna, yet they were satisfied enough with taking Arista. During their retreat towards the boats, they were surprisingly counterattacked by a unit under General Santa Anna. However, the French forces used Mexican capture artillery, heading to their naval gunnery support. In the end, this failed, with most French casualties resulting from friendly fire caused by the confusion, with the Mexicans suffering much more, with Santa Anna forever losing his leg. Alright, we'll pay them. And for all this that, in the end, the Mexicans simply agreed to their original demands. General Santa Anna gained a huge boost in popularity, with his leg being buried with military honors, which would give way to his political rise. The French had an opportunity to test new ways of warfare, and when shockingly the Mexicans didn't pay the reparations, they simply went in for round 2. As to our good old Mr. Remontel, we don't think he ever got his baguette back.